All right, everybody, back here again with Dr. Matt, Dr. Nate, and we're talking about running. In particular, just 3 more tips about running. So, Matt, kick us off.
Cool. I'm going to first cover the warm-up. And this can go for any activity you're doing outside of running or it is running. But regardless, when you're warming up, you want to prepare your tissues, prepare your body, prepare your joints for the activities that you're going to be doing. So if you are going to run, some would say you could just start jogging very slowly, and that's going to help prepare the tissues. I would agree with that. But I like to add in some more like warm-up stuff. So I like doing monster walks. I like doing something for my hips. I even like doing some single leg stuff like lunges, step-ups, glute bridges, just to get a little bit more blood flow into the legs before I begin running, or even doing in some lateral movements like shuffles, lateral shuffles, side to side, just moving in a different plane that I'm going to be doing when I actually do run, just so hips are warmed up, everything feels good as I begin to run.
Yeah, for sure. What do you got, Nate?
I'm going to talk about strength for runners. So generally, like all runners should probably be doing some strength. It increases tissue capacity, which is going to reduce injury risk, and it also has been shown in multiple different lengths of running to improve performance due to a variety of reasons. The strength training itself should probably, if you have time for it, be done separately from the running. So you want at least a few hours in between, and probably at least one meal in between when you're doing your endurance activities and when you're doing your strength activities. You can do them in close conjunction with each other. They will interfere with each other a little bit more in that case, but if you only have one chunk of time in the day in which to train, you probably want to do your whichever one you're prioritizing first, and then the one you care less about afterward. You'll still get some benefit from that. It just won't be the maximal benefit that you could get if you separate them out.
Right. And one other aspect, just of training for running is you're going to encounter some point in time, and this goes for, again, all athletics or all movement, not just running, but you're going to come across a time where you have pain, whether it's during running or lifting or whatever. And the key is that we got to use that pain as a guide. It doesn't mean to stop, rest, and do nothing for the next 2 weeks. What it means is pay attention. If something is sharp or stabbing and that pain feels like greater than a 4 out of 10 on a pain scale, then we probably need to kind of shut it down for the day or back off quite a bit until a level that is below that 4 out of 10 pain. So if I'm running today, and during my run, I start to have kind of a nagging issue. If that pain stays kind of dull and below a 4 out of 10, I can keep going. If it does rise and become sharp or stabbing, I either need to stop for the day or kind of back it down a little bit to a point where that pain is not over that 4 out of 10. And then when it comes to the next day or the next subsequent training cycle, I'm going to use that pain as my guide again. Maybe that pain is still there, but as long as I keep it under a 4, I'm good to go to keep pressing through it. What I don't want to do is keep pressing into that 5 and 6 level of pain throughout my run or throughout my lift, because that's where I'm going to start to maybe create some longer term issues. So that's 3 tips. What do we got? We got
Warm up.
strength, and limiting pain to 4 out of 10.
3 tips.